Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Aquarius. How are you guys? Let's see what's going on with you guys. All right. Yeah. I feel there's a friendship, a connection. I feel there's contentment. Could be somebody who wants more. Yeah, someone feels like giving up here. Like they're not getting their fill. Someone's content for a time, but now this is someone who wants more. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we have someone here moving on, possibly moving on here. I mean, it could be, like I say, this could be a friendship situation or anyone, but it is a soulmate connection. I feel someone here definitely longs for love or maybe missing someone here, because I do feel there was an energy of being content until somebody wants more. So they're looking back, feeling beat up. Someone feels like giving up now. So they're moving on. But I do see someone looking back and reminiscing about this. Someone's looking at what they've lost here. Yeah, but this is all about the cup. I feel you're about to get your cup filled just about when you're ready to give up. Some of you could be just giving up on love and kind of settling, feeling content, but not really. Yeah. Aw. I mean, it could be two people too, like I say, who both feel like giving up, but I do see a crush, a longing for love, some time in between things calming down. Somebody may, be missing someone here. And it could be a friendship, but some of you, I do feel you're going to get your cup filled. You feel like giving up. So let's see what happens here. It's a fresh new start. Yeah, I feel this has to do with a person in the energy of being on the same page. Same values. Because it has to do with having faith. Somebody here's losing faith. Yeah, let's have a look at this Two of Cups. Yeah, let's see, we got a single person, someone enjoying the fruits of their labor. So it does look like someone feels like giving up. It's also someone playing it safe too, because this is often someone playing it safe. They're looking out for themselves here. Tell me more about the Hierophant. Yeah, we got someone feeling sad. See, this is someone feeling like there's no hope. They just feel like giving up. Like I feel this is an energy of someone kind of settling, thinking about settling and just being content with what they have. But someone is definitely looking back. Yeah, I see somebody moving on here. Yeah, this is someone who's been there, done that. See, it's about someone settling for just being content. Because it's Nine of Cups and then the Two of Cups. So someone's moving on here. See, leaving this behind. Opportunity coming in. You could have a new crush, but it could be someone missing someone too. Yeah, you got someone all up in their feels. See, this is about someone offering the cup. I think this is just someone who, it's a cup half empty instead of cup half full, but it is an energy of a person here who's, I feel, was content at some point or settling. But I do feel it's someone who never really got what they wanted. So yeah, and I do see it's about a soulmate connection. Best friends here. Yeah, it's about going down this path. It's all about cooperation, compromise, the things that two people have in common. But it is about teamwork, two people who building each other up. So I do think this is someone going down this path. This is someone wanting a partner. I do think it's someone who kind of settled. So it's somebody here wanting that soulmate. And I do feel this is someone at some point feeling like, well, I might as well just stay single because I never really get what I want. Now we have this cup. There it is. This is coming in very quickly too, out of the blue, but you can see someone here may have been a little overwhelmed too. Things moving quickly, but this is someone waiting for things to calm down, taking lessons learned, applying it. So this is someone possibly even reminiscing about a situation. Yeah, we have the King of Cups offering up the cup here. Yeah, the King and Queen of Cups. Two people who felt like giving up on love altogether. Yeah, two single people coming together, but I feel both people I feel the things you have in common is the giving up, but now not giving up because we have this crush and longing. It's two people who long for love. I mean, it could be where someone just feels they're going to settle for something here, but I feel when you look at that, it's about what it is that you're getting. Okay. Yeah, but I feel for the most part, most of you, yeah, I feel it's saying to trust your intuition, your inner knowing. You already know the answers you're seeking. Yeah, so someone keeping it all in, keeping it to themselves. Someone's private thoughts and feelings. But this is something calming down, someone taking some lessons. There's been something learned here. Someone's learned some lessons about settling, and that's what I feel. So somebody here is no longer settling. They want their best friend, their soulmate. So interesting. Someone's just even thinking, I'm just going to stay single. Yeah, I do think we have a couple people with a lot in common here. It is possible someone did recognize that, but there it is, King and Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's the energy of manifesting. See, manifesting, a little mirroring. Yeah, but it's an energy where you're both manifesting this. There's a lot of desire. I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking. I feel there's love. I feel this is someone all up in their feels here. Little Gemini energy. Yeah, their cup runneth over. You're about to receive that cup. You're actually going to get something that you thought you would never going to get. This is definitely the energy of someone moving on, distancing themselves from a situation. Things calming down again, but it's all this time in between where somebody starts to realize this is actually what they want. So I don't know if somebody was avoiding something here. Yeah, but I feel it's about moving forward, taking time to get to know each other. See, it's an energy of someone who really probably didn't take a lot of time to get to know someone here. But I feel like you already know. It could be someone at a distance. But like I say, this is someone distancing themselves from another situation even. Or it is long distance. Yeah, we have the Empress. This is the birth of something new. Very, very nice. Very nice. Crushing longing. It could be single parent energy. Someone who's never had children. They may be looking at it this way. But, with the feminine energy, I feel it's always open to talk, to communicate. There's a lot of kindness, compassion, a lot of caring. Tell me about the High Priestess. Yeah, this is someone's inner strength. See, it has to do with confidence, taming the beast. Yeah, just kind of waiting here. It's about letting this person kind of think about things, I feel, too. Because I don't think either people got what they wanted. Or like I say, we have two people who were kind of content, but not really fulfilled being single. And that's another. See, there's mutual energies. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody was stuck, keeping themselves stuck and single too. Looking back, feeling beat up, giving up. Someone protecting their heart, their money. But it has to do with that taming of the beast. See, I see kindness, compassion, maybe forgiveness. But it's a lot of energy of inner strength. Just kind of sitting here, letting this person come to you. That's what I feel, letting them come to you. Yeah, something here can no longer be avoided. It's all about acknowledging. See, it's about acknowledging. It can no longer be avoided. Someone has been stuck. Yeah. This is someone who brought, and it could be where two people have come apart, distant communication. But it could be a long distance situation too, where it's time to make some sort of decision. But I really feel for the most part, what we have is someone who's kind of not budging or giving in. See, someone doesn't want to cooperate or compromise here, possibly. If you don't budge and give in, I think this person's going to give in. And it does have to do with this person coming towards you. Let them come to you, because then you know they're confident about how they feel. So I do feel, like I say, this is all this energy of avoiding a disaster, someone taming the beast, but it's kindness, compassion, caring, and inner strength. There is a strong connection here. Yeah, we have the Emperor. See, now this Emperor is in this energy. See, this is of letting someone come to you. Not giving in to someone until they're ready to go down this path to team up. This is someone who looks at what someone brings to the table too. And these are another things people feel when they look at, oh, you know, I'd rather be single, or somebody just being content and settling. But this is someone who's looking at what this other person brings to the table. See, I feel there's some things being learned, time in between. But it's about two people coming together, learning about each other, getting to know each other. It's getting acquainted, maybe even reacquainted for some of you. So yeah, let them come to you. Then you know they're confident. This is someone who's been kind of stuck. Tell me about the Emperor. Someone who often, you know, kind of wants their cake and eat it too, you know. But they're not content. I really feel this is someone who's not content. And I do feel the Empress energy too, not settling. Yeah, it's about two people learning about each other, growing growing a strong connection. So it's getting acquainted, getting to know. See, it's crushing, longing for love. Now, this could be two people are at a distance or just coming apart. So you may be avoiding each other, but this can't be ignored. This can't be avoided anymore. Yeah, this is somebody all up in their feels. Their cup runneth over. I mean, it could be just somebody crushing, but I definitely feel there's something that's already happened between two people and someone feeling sad about this Two of Cups. Yeah, see, it has to do with change. This is someone's lifestyle habits they need to change. They need to want to make the change. They need to stop being stuck or stubborn or just, you know, refusing to budge. The Empress isn't going to give in, though, because I do feel if this is somebody who didn't give someone what they wanted, they didn't tell them how they felt, and the other person was being stuck, I really don't know if this Empress is going to be the one to make any kind of a move. But I feel the Empress is in this energy of letting them come to you, because then you know they're confident. And I do feel someone is feeling confident. They long for love or they miss someone. Yeah, look at that. It's about coming in right. It's about harmony between two people. It's about being fair. See, somebody possibly wasn't being fair. Yeah. See, it's an energy of someone here often keeping all their feelings to themselves, a little full of themselves, thinking the other person was going to come to them. No. It's whoever it was that was being stuck and stubborn is the person who needs to take off that pentacle and make a move. There's been some time in between, some of you definitely, but it's about all these things being learned. Look at that. We have a King of Swords. See, it has to do with truth. So this is someone who now feels confident about a decision. They're leaving something behind, but they're taking the lessons learned. They've learned something here. Look at that, learning the hard way. School of hard knocks. Being stuck and stubborn. This is a person who really doesn't want to be single, but it's like they kind of act content, like it's all good, but it's not. Nobody really got what they wanted, but this is someone who needs to give the other person what they want. They need to tell them how they feel or give them the cup. Plain and simple. See, it's all about truth. This is somebody who kind of strategizes a little bit. Emperors strategize, but it's the Emperor who has to make it happen. They need to be confident about their feelings. They need to be confident about choices, and I do see a decision. It is possibly somebody who's cutting somebody else out because there is a lack of that. Yeah, but I really feel this is someone who needs to feel confident. Yeah, see, it has to do with giving and receiving. At some point, this person maybe didn't feel confident. They decided to just avoid a disaster. But now they've been thinking about this. See, they're learning something. Yeah, they're taking a look at the situation. It's all about taking the lead, being determined to succeed. But it's an energy of being generous with their time, their energy. Somebody's been maybe selfish, maybe with their money. This could be a marriage there's been a time apart. But it's an energy of filling the person's cup, giving them what they want. They know it too. They've learned. They know exactly. They are aware, put it that way, of what they need to do. So it's about morals and values. But I do think this changes structure, lifestyle. See, it's an energy of someone who isn't going to give in unless someone changes. They know they need to change. They need to be more generous if they expect reciprocity, and that's what it's all about. The Empress energy, the feminine's about to receive here. Yeah, it's all about taking things to the next level, but it's an energy of crossing paths, coming together. See, there's this two people who've crossed paths maybe, and this person doesn't budge and give in. I don't know what happened in the past, but it is somebody moving on. It's a whole new chapter. It is someone single, but there's two single people here. Yeah. But it's two people who feel like giving up. I mean, for the feminine especially, I just feel like giving up and just staying single and just being content, settling for that. Yeah, this person doesn't want to do that. They want a partner. They want to be with someone. This is two people who long for love. And here's what I see too. Two people have been single for a while, maybe set in your ways a little bit. So there is definitely structural changes, lifestyle changes that are required. It's also an energy of playing by the rules. It's about faith. Someone having faith in themselves. Because it's almost like somebody lost faith. They felt sad. I do think this is somebody with good morals. I feel they have integrity. But if they see the truth, they need to be more generous. They need to reach out. And it could be somebody who stopped talking at some point, trying to avoid someone, you know, taking it to the next level. But it is definitely a crossroads, or you've crossed paths a couple times and the other person doesn't really reciprocate or reach out. See, they need to make it happen. They want this. You both two people who want this. You want to connect. Tell me about this Emperor. They are so longing for love, but it's about being fair. It's about harmony and balance between two people, being fair. Somebody wasn't fair for some reason here. Tell me about the Emperor. Yeah, see, releasing things that no longer serve. See, this is an energy where this is someone starting to feel like there's hope. No longer cup half empty, half full. Nice. So there's hope. But it's also an energy of faith and someone letting go of things that no longer serve. This is somebody who sees somebody's, you know, the value here, what someone brings to the table too. I don't know if this is someone who kind of felt entitled in some way, being a little bit entitled to take more than they were willing to give for some of you. But others of you, I do think this is someone who can be generous. And it is somebody who possibly was taken advantage of by someone. So this is what happens when people get taken advantage of emotionally, financially. But I do think this is an energy of, and I do think this is someone who's very set in their ways and quite stubborn, Taurus energy. Not to say Tauruses are always stubborn, because they're not, but they can be. These are people who often just don't give in, you know, until things are more balanced and fair. So, but I do think this is someone who's definitely in that energy. See, it's about two people reciprocating, filling each other's cup, giving each other what they need. It's about what people need. Often people have different things that they need. But this is someone seeing that. I mean, the star is all about hope, but it's about letting go of this stuck, stubborn energy. This is somebody who holds somebody in very high regard. I mean, they really do. It's a crush, it's a longing. It's about justice and harmony and being fair. If they want to get their cup filled, then they need to fill the other person's cup. And I do see traditions. There's a reason for those old school traditions. There is a reason for them, and it is because of the harmony. It's about making sure somebody's right for someone. But it's about having a conversation, talking face to face. If this is long distance, it could be talking face to face for the first time. So, yeah. But often the King of Swords has been hurt, and it's often somebody who's skeptical. You know, they kind of get into their head, you know, of this being a soulmate connection or somebody's the right person. Tell me more about this Emperor. Yeah, this is someone who's been hurt. But inadvertently, it's someone who hurts someone's feelings because they don't take it to the next level. or it just never goes anywhere because they're not generous. And often you get people who it just never goes anywhere, and it's somebody who's kind of looking at, well, this isn't going anywhere, so I'm not going to put a lot into it. And they are in protective mode, like their money and their heart too, because the six or the King of Cups is here, but this is also someone protecting their heart. So you got some common energy, but yeah, there's been some hurt here, hurt feelings. Yeah, something ended. See, it's somebody looking at why something ended. The person, they possibly came apart where they moved on. See, they're looking at it, well, it is what it is. And they need to just let it go now. Because somebody's been holding on to some hurt here. I think it's hurt. Yeah, and I do think they are someone kind of set in their ways, especially if this is someone who's been through all this, times change, see a lot of change, something that changes them forever. The Empress and the Emperor both often go through these energies. But the cool thing is, this person's putting an end to his situation. It's over, it's done. Now it's a crush, a longing for something new. See, it's about leaving the past in the past. It is what it is. It's, like I say, it's something that was out of reach or something that they couldn't control. But I do feel this is somebody who's definitely feeling like there's some kind of hope. Yeah, see, it also has to do with stability. See, it has to do with someone, their money, someone who's worked very hard to get where they're at. So I don't know if it's someone who's another person has taken advantage of them and they've moved on. It's often two people going their separate ways. And someone's still sitting on that fence. He's single. This is a person who really doesn't want to be single. They want love. And it could be just somebody crushing and they're kind of looking at this. But it is a longing for love. Two people who long for love. Common energy. Yeah, it's all about investing emotionally. See, someone being patient. It's about interest, whether someone's really interested. And often with the star, for the right reason, someone feels like someone may not have their best interest at heart. But you can see the tables are turning. Now the other person is feeling this way. There's been some time in between things calming down. I feel we have two people who cross paths a couple of times and it never goes anywhere. And it's because of this showing interest. See, somebody kind of acts like they're not interested, but they are interested. So why don't they do something about it? This is someone who needs to do something. It's about spending time with some, doing things together. You know, it's all about they need to do something. They need to make it happen. But it's an interesting energy because I feel this is definitely someone who's in the King of Swords energy. They've been hurt. So they're skeptical about someone taking advantage of them. And it is protecting their heart in a lot of ways too. But in fact, if this is somebody who wanted to connect with you and they just come apart, they may be protecting the Queen of Cups, the feminine energy, protecting the Queen of Cups from something that was going on here, because there's this energy of waiting for things to calm down. And it's like twice, so it's really interesting. But it's a longing for love and reminiscing. And I mean, this could be just two people missing each other, but I actually feel it's something that really never goes anywhere. So now we have this energy of the cycle. See, good luck and timing. It's always like the timing isn't right. So it's now the timing is right. We have two people who are single. So I wonder if this is just somebody who's crossing paths with someone and they're in a relationship. They're not really very happy or content. But like I say, it's about settling. And that's what I feel. It's about settling, just being content, but not completely fulfilled. So there's a lot to be said about that in this reading. And I feel this person wants things to go in their favor. So it's all about timing. It's like maybe you just weren't single. I mean, there could be, I don't know, do I see friends of, yeah, there could be friends of friends or mutual friends. I mean, this could be acquaintances. I really do feel this getting acquainted. It never goes anywhere. They need to take the lead. They need to make it happen. So it's like the time is right. The time is now. So this person's going to make it happen. Yeah, they are looking at things from a different perspective too. A little pause, seeing things from a different perspective. Sort of checking things out, maybe through friends of friends, but yeah, it's a whole new perspective. See the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's about asking someone out. See, they need to make it happen. I don't know if this is somebody who maybe was on a break from someone, because it's almost like the time is now, because we have two people who are single. So maybe it's two people who are never single at the same time, because there is an energy of lack of contentment here. See, it's about someone having that opportunity to have a soulmate, their best friend. See, friends first, friends, acquaintances. So I do think this is about a friendship. Or just, like I say, acquainted through other people. But yeah, it's all about being single at the right time. There's something about this. Tell me about this, more about this Emperor, because it's really about this Emperor here making it happen. Yeah, someone keeping it all in, trusting their intuition. See, they already know the answers they're seeking. They want this. This is somebody who's never taken the time to ask someone out. Or it never happens. The time's never right. Because someone may be always involved with someone else, because there's all this time in between. Life happens, right? When two people cross paths, and it never really goes anywhere because someone may have just ended a situation, so it's not the right time. But now's the right time, and they know it too. They know the answers they're seeking. Yeah, see, it's about having faith. It's about being on the same page, but it is an energy of someone always being in a relationship. Interesting. And I do think emperors often demand loyalty. So this is someone who's been hurt. Possibly someone put them in a third party. Or just somebody wasn't loyal to them. Because it's about loyalty. So they've learned some things here. This person is somebody who wants commitment. They want a committed relationship. But at some point, I feel they felt like giving up, putting something behind, putting the past behind, and no longer budging and giving in. And I do feel lots of time going by where someone's becoming very set in their ways. They have their own way of doing things. So it's about overcoming that too. See, there's a need for change. Schedules, routines, lifestyle changes. It's time. It's time for commitment. I mean, it could be just somebody who's always dating somebody, they're always dating someone or in a committed dating situation. See, two people going down that path, spending time together, but it's really interesting. I think you're going to cross paths with this person, or if they know you through acquaintances, I feel they're going to reach out. Yeah, they want to hurry up here. This is someone who's been busy too. They get a little overwhelmed, but it's about overwhelming love and the need to make that move. See, they're gaining momentum. They're in a hurry here. Yeah, they want to ask you out before somebody else does too, because it's almost like this is how it goes. This is how it kind of goes. Is you only cross paths maybe with this person at certain times, maybe when everyone gets together. I mean, reminiscing. It could be people who went to school together. It could be high school reunions, or if someone's getting married, things like that. You cross paths. I don't know if you're aware of this person or not, but they've certainly been checking things out. And they know that you're single. And I do think it's about actually, gaining momentum, actually asking you out, taking that opportunity. And I do think they know they need to hurry up before somebody else asks you out, because it's like you're always in some kind of relationship when you cross paths, even if it's just dating someone. Because this is somebody who's got good morals and values, integrity. They wouldn't dream of asking someone out if they're in a committed relationship, or if they're dating somebody and things are kind of going okay. But it is about settling. See, it's about feeling content, settling. This person doesn't want to settle. They want their best friend. They want a soulmate. Yeah, this person's going to be reaching out here. Yeah, they know a good thing when they see it. See, it's opportunity. And they know this is somebody here who'll only be single for so long, and they'll seek other opportunities. So they have to make a move here. Yeah, so someone going to end all their options too. Someone ending all their options. See, this is an ending and a new beginning. This is the end of the single life, end of the road here. This is somebody giving this, to me it feels like one more chance. But I do feel you've crossed paths, and then there's all this time in between, and then another event or something happens on a cycle. Something that happens once a year or once every 10 years, whatever it may. To me, it looks like high school reunions, or just where people get together. Maybe people come to visit from a distance, you know. That's the energy, traveling from a distance where everybody gets together. So they're going to take this opportunity, whatever that next opportunity is. If you are aware and know, this person's going to be prepared to ask you out. They're getting themselves financially prepared and also emotionally. They're going to offer you the cup. This is someone who knows they need changes, lifestyle changes. The only thing I feel this person kind of thinks about is being set in their ways. So for most of you, it's actually a very positive reading. So it's about taking off the pentacle. If some of you have something on and off and someone's keeping you stuck and single, I do think you're going to get off that emotional roller coaster and you're going to end it, and you have a person coming in. So I do see ending it. Someone who breadcrumbs or treats you like an option. So I do see that. Yeah, there's lots going on here. It all depends here, but yeah, on your situation and the path you've been on and who you're crossing paths with. But this is somebody crossing paths. They're going to cross that bridge when they come to it too. They're just going to ask you out. I mean, I don't know if this is somebody who can talk to other people, acquaintances, to get, you know, find out where you live, because they may want to, often this is somebody who sends flowers, a note or message, but it's probably when you cross paths, and that could be something coming up here. What's coming up? Something is coming up. Are you getting news or communication from people about, I mean, a high school reunion, a wedding, a marriage, or just people getting family reunions and things like that? Because there's all this connectivity here. One more on the death card. One more on the death card. Yeah, it's an energy of change. Yeah, it's an energy of change. It's time for change. See, this is somebody just going to go with the flow. But it is an energy where it's time for change. This is somebody coming in quick before someone moves on and another person comes in. Because I feel this is what's happened. It's like it never seems to go anywhere. This is somebody who doesn't really want to give up on this. But it is somebody who's settled, you know. They've kind of settled and being just content, but they're never completely fulfilled and happy with someone. Or people who are in relationships and they still feel single because they don't spend any time together, you know. Like I say, it's just sort of settling. But interesting. Yeah, I actually feel like if there's an event or opportunity coming up, somebody reaches out, hey, do you want to, we're getting together, or this is happening, take it. Don't miss this opportunity. Okay, because this is, I feel, something lovely. I do think this is two people have a lot in common. Two people who've been through a lot, Emperor and Empress. I do think you both, you know, I do feel, I mean, the energy of the star is somebody, everything they could ever want. This is someone who feels they're never going to get what they want, is that soulmate, their best friend, someone that's there through thick and thin, someone who sticks around, you know, where they have that. It's all about your, you know, spiritual beliefs and things too, because it's all about committing and staying committed. There's the cycle. Now we have the King and Queen of Pentacles. I just picked that up and flipped it. Yep, new beginning. I think there's something here going to make you very happy. You have a new beginning. And I mean, this could be a new person coming in, where some of you have literally given up on someone. But I feel, especially those of you where you've had something on and off, and someone won't budge and give in. They want their cake and eat it too. They want the best of both worlds. They want to be single. This is where I feel like you'll break free, and some of you will have a new person coming in, a whole new cycle. But others of you, it's these two people who cross paths during a certain events and things that happen at certain times, schedule. It's something very possibly structured, where it's planned ahead. There it is, a new beginning. So much happiness here. I'm loving this reading. So take care, Aquarius. I wish you the best, and we'll see you soon.